It's not time yet. It's not time yet. We got to do two more things. Hey, welcome everybody. It's Monday night. That can mean only one thing at 7 o'clock. It's the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. I'm Steve Ray. With me, Pete Branton. Every Monday night here at 7 o'clock, you can join us and we'll talk. The thing that we do love is barbecue and football and sports and all sorts of things in between there. What's up, Pete?
Man, I'll tell you, just a good day to be alive, Steve. Monday, it's a little cooler. It's great. It's perfect football season.
Hey, let's take a real quick moment for a couple announcements. You wanted to say something about David Bosca. He went through something this weekend.
I just wanted to put out there for everybody to keep David Bosca and his community, in their thoughts and prayers. They had some bad weather there. Obviously, not as big as what's happened in North Carolina and other places, but still a small community, had a lot of issues, a lot of things going on, and just want to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. David's a great guy, and I'm sure the community there, sticks together and close. So let's just keep them in our thoughts and prayers.
Little old Chandler, Oklahoma. Talk about a wide spot on famous Route 66. David, we're glad you're okay.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing. And you know what? What is the second best selling rub at our store? What is it?
What is the second best?
The second best selling rub.
Is it a chicken rub?
It could be a chicken rub. Maybe it's that rub right there.
Fired answer.
Yeah. And you know what happened this past weekend is, if you don't know, the American Royal barbecue contest was this weekend. It is the world's largest barbecue contest. There's two contests. On Saturday. Yeah. Friday, Saturday is the invitational, I believe. And that's where you have to be invited to participate. And then Saturday, Sunday is the open. And they had 445 teams this year in the open. And one of these days we'll go to that, Pete. That's definitely on my bucket list, is to go and compete in that contest.
Now, that's not by invitation, or is it by invitation?
Yeah, David reserved. David Bosca, Butcher Barbecue, he reserved it one year, the invitational section. He was a reserve grand champion, which is second place. The year Darren Worth won it. And I think that was 2017 or 2018, because then fast forward from the American Royal to the Jack Daniels Invitational. David won the Jack Daniels Invitational, and Darren Worth was the second place or reserve grand champion. So they kind of switch places, kind of a unique thing, but it's quite a showcase. And let me show you this guy right here. That guy right there. If you don't know who that guy is, that is Eric Lee of Bryant, Arkansas. And Eric came in first place in the chicken category out of about 445 teams.
Wow, that's amazing.
And Eric is the creator of this stuff, the Fire Dancer, chicken Fire Dancer rub. And that is our second best selling rub in the store.
Absolutely.
David Bosca's Grilling Addiction is first, and Eric Lee's Fire Dancer chicken rub is second. So we really want to congratulate Eric on that. And it's nice when somebody you're close to wins a category.
And out of 445 people to come in first,
Perfect score, 180 points.
that's amazing.
Yep.
Congratulations, by the way. I mean, amazing.
I've always told people that this guy, if you're at a contest with Eric Lee, you're cooking for second place in chicken. It's great. And I posted, Pete, a method that he did with Malcolm during one time about 5 years ago with Malcolm Reed. I put it on our Facebook page, and just so you can go and watch it if you're interested in it. It's a great way to do chicken. It's good. It's great for the backyard too. It makes it, the taste is just great. So congratulations to Eric. We did something. Pete and I did something really neat tonight. Let me set this up. I'm in Publix Sunday. Let's see, was that right? Sunday? Yeah, I go to Publix on Sunday, and I'm talking to Mark, the meet one of the butchers there, and he's cutting up a filet mignon, Pete, and man, it looked good. And I got me a 3-packer of those. And because I sold a big grill Saturday, so I had some cash. I had some jingle in my pocket, so I decided to treat myself. So I got some filet mignons, and I was looking through the meat, and I came across this lamb, and didn't have a big long bone, and it looked like a steak. There was a shoulder steak, a lamb shoulder steak, and I said that looks good. I've never cooked. I've cooked lamb one time. The time I cooked, I didn't even eat it. And that's a story in of itself. But I've never even had lamb. So I bought those 2 steaks. And this morning, when I got home from work, I put them in a bag with some olive oil, and I threw some celery seeds, some pepper flakes, some garlic, and some other stuff in this bag. And I threw them in the bag to marinate them. And they've been marinating in the refrigerator all day. And I told Pete, I said, come on over. We're gonna cook these. We're gonna cook these lamb chops. And Pete said, I've had lamb 3 times. The first 2 times it sucked. Third time it was good.
Yep.
So I did a video of us doing it. And we can talk over this video, and we can kind of narrate it, Pete. We did it on the PK.
Yeah. I love the PK.
Did it over charcoal. There you go. There's the PK right next to my pit barrel on the back porch. And there's the chimney that we're getting all the charcoals there fired up. I don't know why I've got that picture on there. Now right there. Let me see.
It's just out of the bag.
Yeah, that is out of the bag. It's been in the bag marinating basically all day. And I mean, it looks good right there. You can see all the good stuff all over it. And here we go. There's the PK. We got it right over the charcoal. You see how that one piece, Pete, is all together.
Yeah.
And this piece and those 2 pieces were
one
all together at one time.
Yeah.
But they come apart.
Yeah.
They come apart real easy. I didn't know that. But that was okay. There's a bone in each part. The bone is real small in lamb.
Very thin.
Yeah, very thin. And but it's in there a couple different times, which I think is kind of weird. But you can't do anything about that. And so there we are cooking it on the PK. And Cole's got the lid closed. Now there it is. There it is in the we took it in the house.
Finished product.
There you go. We got another picture coming up too on the side. Look at that char. I got some good char on that one. And I had no idea how this was going to taste.
Yeah, so I started cutting into it, and I it was just so juicy, tender.
It's tender. That's what I couldn't believe how tender it was. Now, I've been around Pete long enough to know that when he puts something in his mouth, if it's not good, he can't BS me. I can tell by looking at his face if he's sincere or not. Of course, he cuts his meat up like a child. Cuts him 5 or 6 pieces.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. See, that's good. If he didn't like it, he would have looked down to his left and gone, "Oh, this stuff's good," and then gone and thrown up. And so Pete got his approval.
Yeah, it was very good. It really
Yeah.
was. And the flavor of what you marinated it in it really took on good to the
You know,
meat.
that olive oil is, I'm going to start using more olive oil. I think olive oil is kind of one of those products there. I couldn't believe how tender that was when I sliced it, Pete.
Yeah.
And I said that before I took the sound out of the video. I didn't have much time.
Look at the look
Look at that. Look. Oh, ho. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Look at that perfect medium rare.
Yeah, it's a very good. It was very, very juicy, tender.
Mhm.
But the tenderness is what surprised me more
Yeah.
than anything.
I thought it would be a tough piece of meat.
Yeah.
But it was like a filet mignon. I'm not kidding. When you cut it, it's just like a filet. And that piece there, I ate that.
This is where I'm trying to figure out: do you like it or don't like it, Steve?
I was really trying hard to taste it first. I liked it.
That's why see all. That's why I cut mine up in smaller pieces.
Yeah. and that's it. That's it.
There's that dirty look after me saying that.
No, that was good. That was good. That was good. But I'm telling you, folks, it was good. It was so easy. You get these two lamb steaks, shoulder steaks are called. The bone doesn't stick out. It's just like you saw them. Put them in a plastic bag and you dump the olive oil and the concoction over them. I got it. I got the recipe online. So if you Google, lamb shoulder steaks, it'll pop right up just like it did for me. And I think the key is marinating them.
I agree. I'll tell you, I was kind of dreading tasting it, to be honest with you, because only one time have I ever had it that it was good, that it was very good. And this, you hit the mark, Steve.
Well, I was going to do it on the PK grill. I mean, we did it on the PK. I was going to do it on the pit barrel cooker, but I decided because I was going to hang them. But Pete, I decided they're not big enough to hang.
And as tender as they are,
Yeah, they would have fallen apart.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was going to try to hang them, smoke them, then put them on the grill, and like we did those
and sear them,
like we did those big cowboy steaks that time. But these turned out good. These turned out really good. I was going to let me show you what I was going to do. Well, I don't have it on there. I did at first. I set it up for I was going to smoke them and then reverse sear them. But I couldn't get the grill up to I just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, we started a little late.
Yeah, we stayed late.
So you were going to cook them off heat.
Yeah.
But it turned out great as it was.
Yeah, they were good that way, just cooking them right over direct flame. So if it was only, Pete, it's not an expensive cut of meat. Those two steaks were $11, maybe $7 a pound. I mean, it's not the most expensive cut of meat out there. But it was good, man. The tenderness is, it's really good. And I know we don't, you're thinking, well, Steve, Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas coming up. We don't do lamb at Christmas and Thanksgiving, but we do have Easter coming around the corner. So that's when you do your lamb. So we'll explore that.
I told you, I have a neighbor that cooks lamb all the time.
Bill Saindon.
Bill Saindon does.
Yeah.
He loves lamb and he cooks them all the time. And I'm sure his are good. I've never tried them, but I'm sure they are.
Yeah. Let's, somebody wants to see this thing one more time. Hang on a minute. We'll back it up here. Here we go. It's not very long. We cooked it on the PK, of course. And let's fast forward past all that crap. And there they are. That's them right out of the refrigerator on the plate. You see how much marinade still on them, pulled up in the bottom of the plate. We cooked them on the PK grill, charcoal grill. I just happen to like the PKs.
They were off heat for a little while, and then,
but they didn't do anything. Yeah,
yeah. It was, they were in there getting warm, but but definitely were good straight on the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And it really didn't take long time wise. They cooked really fast. They
cooked real fast. They cooked real fast. There's Pete, and you can just see how easy it cuts. I mean the tenderness is just unbelievable. Look how moist that thing is.
It is very moist.
Yeah.
Get an attaboy for that, Steve. Good job on that. Flavor, excellent. Tenderness, excellent.
Well, it's always good when you get to succeed,
Yeah.
but
We might have to do them again just to see if you can make that happen twice.
we might need to get one of those full roasts, those ones with the little bones that stick out, French bones.
At Costco's and Sam's, they sell the little lamb chops.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just real tiny, real small, but I
Mhm.
imagine they would be just as good.
Now you can see I'm not cutting hard at all, and that thing just it felt like butter. It did. It felt like butter. And Pete, the taste was not unlike steak. I mean, it didn't.
No,
I didn't. If somebody put that in front of me and said, "Eat this," and I would have said, and they said, "What is it?" I'd have said, "I don't know, ribeye," or I would have said some sort of a steak, a sirloin, maybe not, maybe a ribeye, maybe a sirloin,
yeah.
something that
The sirloins don't get that tender. That was real tender.
yeah,
But I did realize that unlike beef, it took the seasoning that you put in it, the marinade, a lot better than what beef takes. Chicken always takes it really well, but it took it very good, Steve.
yeah, it was good. There's Daddy Dutch Barbecue. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you, Big Daddy Dutch. Appreciate you joining in the fun. Billy Holland, our man from Rossville. Appreciate you joining in. Steve Davidson is and saying hello, Pete and Steve. Glad you joined in, Steve. Thoughts and prayers for David. You got that right, Billy. Thoughts and prayers for David and his community. The Royal was a blast, wet but fun this year. I guess so. I guess you were there. Were you there, Daddy Dutch? Text me back in that little call. I know it rained all weekend. Perry evening, folks, and that's what they call TV. That's what they now. That's not what they call a for TV bite. Okay, that's Wes Phillips. He's a great guy. He lives down in Atlanta. He's super good guy. So I guess Daddy Dutch apparently was down at the Royal. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's on my bucket list, Pete. We're going to drag that trailer out there one of these days.
I'm in.
We're going to put it
Sign me
behind.
up.
We're going to put it behind your truck. All right. Some things we need to go over at store. We still got those 2 grills for sale. 2 charcoal grills, $200 a piece.
Old country.
Old country pits, charcoal grills. I'll tell you this: if we don't sell them by the open house on November the 23rd, one of them is going to be a door prize. Okay, I'll just tell you that right now. One's going to be a door prize because it's a great grill. It's a great grill. I'm telling you, folks.
Well, the ones you did sell, I've talked to those folks have come in and bought different stuff. They've loved them.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Grilling 615. Hey, Steve. And there is Brent Hilliard, not tried lamb, but a couple of times. Once good, once so.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that's
I'm with you, Brent. And I think it all just really winds down to what you're cooking them, how you're cooking them. I had actually one of the first times I had it at a Brazilian steakhouse where the food and meat was all fantastic, but the lamb was horrible. So yeah, I think it's all in the cook, and maybe Steve hit it with the marinade and how he marinated them.
Oh, I guess I got lucky.
Yeah, it was good.
I guess I got lucky. And plus we've got we've still got this guy right here, right there, the Kamado Joe Connected. Still got one left, brand new, in the crate. $11.95, folks.
Steve, the thing I can't believe
$11.95
is that you still have it.
I know it.
because
I know it.
You've sold 3 or 4 of those, and at $16.95 at the at the price that's recommended that you sell them at. So somebody's going to get a great deal. Whoever eventually gets that for $11.95, that's a steal.
I'm going to tell you something. If you've got a person on your Christmas list and they've said they've wanted a smoker or a grill, don't let this opportunity pass you by. That is a $16.95 grill, manufactured suggested retail price. Actually, it's worth more than that. $11.95 at my store. We're closing these things out. We're not going to sell them anymore. but you can still get the full warranty with them. And
Still in the crate.
in the
Not
crate,
even uncrated.
yeah, brand new in the crate. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. But wait, it's still a great deal at $11.95, and you'll love cooking. We cooked on what 3 times,
Yeah.
and then we didn't.
And the thing that was amazing to me is it uses very little charcoal. To throw charcoal into a smoker, a grill smoker, and just push a button and it lights like that. Unlike the pellet and all the way you have to go, this thing just lights that charcoal
Yeah.
right up. And then when you're done cooking, you just shut her down. When you open that thing back up, all that charcoal, right? Because there's no air getting to it. All that charcoal you haven't used is still there and ready for the next cook.
And this is a set it and forget it. You set the temperature you want on that Kamado, and it holds it for you. And if you've ever tried cooking with a Kamado, and the wind blows one little bit outside, it can ruin your cook. This takes that out of the equation. You can concentrate on the food and not the fire. And that's what makes really good food, when you can give 100% attention to your food, not have to worry about building your fire, stoking your fire, or trying to snuff your fire out, especially if it gets too high. We got one left, $11.95. Open house is going to be November the 23rd at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ooltewah from 11 until 3. We got plenty of parking, and we're really stoked about this. It's going to be a fun day. We're going to have our stock is going to be incredible. Pete, I've ordered, everybody's stock is in tip-top shape.
Oh, yeah.
I ordered a ton of stuff from Heath Riles today to get him in there.
Notice the Bloody Mary mix is coming off the shelf pretty good too.
Yeah, the Bloody Mary mix is more coming. We got more on the way, and we got all the Meat Church back stocked up. Meat Church chili powder too. And we got Malcolm's new chili powder. We sold one the other day. Robbie from FedEx came in. He had a picture of it on his phone. He goes, "Have you got this?" I said, "I do." He goes, "You're kidding." I said, "No, I've got it." And we try to keep when I say our guys, David Bosca, Malcolm Reed, Heath Riles, Eric Lee, Matt Pittman,
Melissa
Cookston, Tuffy Stone, Myron Mixon. When our guys have something new, we try to get it in because we know you want it. And we got it. So
and Lanes, we got some new Lanes in.
Forgot about
Lanes is starting to pick up really good. People are starting to try a lot of the Lanes seasonings that haven't normally been trying them. And those are starting to pick up pretty good.
They have got a vast array of different rubs and different. We even have their coarse salt and their number 16 grind pepper for you guys that are brisket heads like me, and you want the exact Texas brisket recipe. We've got it. All you gotta do is buy the Lanes.
Steve, the store looks better than it's ever looked. It's stocked more than I've ever seen it. It's put in organized in a way that you can find everything you need. But what I really like is that as soon as you walk in the door, to the right is a shelf of some of the greatest gifts for Christmas.
Got the gift table out there.
Got a gift table out. But to the left, which is important, especially this time of year, brines. All the brines, the brine bucket, the bags. There's a whole shelf right there. There it is with everything on it. That is so cool, right? Somebody called me the other day, one of our friends.
Brine headquarters.
And you weren't there, and said, "Hey, can you tell me where his brines are?" And I said, "Did you just walk in the door?" "Yeah, well, turn left. Right there, there's a whole rack. So plenty of them. Anything you want right there. And those are a lot of good brines right there.
We got the 5-gallon food grade buckets. We've got the plastic meat bags from David Bosca Butcher Barbecue, and from Malcolm Reed How to Barbecue Right. We got both of their brines are in stock. So, and we got Meat Church brine in stock with more coming from him too.
And Lane's pickle brine.
And yeah, exactly right. Lane's pickle brine for all you. If you guys got chicken wings on your mind, I know it's Christmas and Thanksgiving coming up, but there's still some chicken wingers out there. That dill pickle brine is good stuff. Like I said, 23rd is the open house. We talked about Eric Lee. You know what it's time now. It's football time.
Football time.
This is when we talk about
What another wild
football.
weekend of football.
You talk about now this coming week, Pete. This one is Alabama at LSU
That's going to be a tough game
at night.
Yeah.
And Lane Kiffin has already been whining and crying that Ole Miss didn't get the night game, that it went to Alabama and LSU. But that's Lane Kiffin's problem, nobody else's. That is going to be a huge game. Another big game coming up is Florida is at Texas. You know, Florida played Georgia pretty good there until the end.
Yeah, that game could have went either way.
You know, that was the kid from Yale, a walk-on. Now get this: Florida finishes the game. Their first string guy's out. Second string guy got hurt. Third string guy is a walk-on preferred, whatever preferred walk-on is, from Yale, the Yale Bulldogs. You know, the only other guy I know from Yale is the guy that owns the Chick-fil-A here in Ottawa.
Oh, really?
He went to Yale. Now, so there you go. There you got a guy from Yale that's working at a chicken, working at a chicken store. But he owns the chicken store. It's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy too. Let's see. Florida's at Texas. That'll be on there. Georgia plays at Ole Miss. Now you talk about a game. I think I'm right on that. Yeah. The Georgia Ole Miss game is going to be November the 9th, and it's not at night. And Lane Kiffin is very disturbed about that. LSU is at Alabama. We talked about that.
Alabama's at LSU.
We have Mississippi State's at Tennessee next Saturday. Let's see. Missouri is at Oklahoma. Boy, Ole Miss put it on Missouri. I thought that'd be good. Ole Miss put it on Arkansas.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a lot closer than that. But they opened up and just drilled them. South Carolina beat Texas A&M. You know, I predicted that. On Friday this week or last week.
Who's going to beat Oregon? That's the question, because I still don't think Oregon's really played.
Well, they barely got by Ohio State.
I know, and
by a point.
There's another team that I'm not sure is it's hard to compare those to the SEC because SEC teams are so strong. They beat each other up, and it looks like they might be horrible. But you start bringing some of these other teams in, it's just a total different game.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Brent says, tried anything with that pickle brine? Yeah, Brent, we did. We did some chicken wings in it. It was fantastic. What is Lane not disturbed about lately? Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Exactly right. He's not getting his way. So he's throwing a temper tantrum.
He's looking forward to them. Eventually he wants to go back to Tennessee.
God, they
all want to.
I don't even want to think about that.
They say
he may go back to you guys.
They say he may go back to Florida, and the Florida fans. You should have seen all the Florida fans saying, "No, we don't want it."
Yeah, nobody wants this guy. And Vandy plays at South Carolina. Now that's
an interesting game.
That's going to be an interesting game. I said last week that South Carolina was the best 4-3 team in the nation because with just a few little coaching glitches, they're away from being, a 1 or 2 loss team.
Hey, Vandy's going to a bowl game for the first time in how many years?
Since 2018.
Yeah.
The standings and this is what's going to be so neat about this 12-team playoff situation. Georgia is 5-1 at the top of the conference right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are at the top are leading the conference with 1 loss. Georgia, Texas A&M, Tennessee, LSU, and Texas. Alabama has 2 losses. Ole Miss has 2 losses. Vanderbilt has 2 losses. And then you have Arkansas. They're out of it with 3 losses. And Mississippi State's out of it too, of course. The rankings come out tomorrow night at 7. Now, unlike our election where we will not know who the winner is, you will see the first 12-team bracket come out. And it won't look anything like it does at the end because
lots can happen.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's one. I pulled off the internet. They've got Oregon, Ohio State second, Georgia third, Miami ranked fourth. Fifth seed is Penn State. Sixth is Texas. Seventh is Tennessee. Eighth BYU. BYU. Give me a break. 9 Notre Dame. 10 Indiana. You know who they played. 11th Alabama. 12 Boise State. And yes, you're right. You're missing LSU. You're missing Texas A&M in the top 12. But this one tomorrow night is just the first one.
And the thing about it was, if they were to quit today, that doesn't necessarily mean that the top 12. I mean, you got to take off the 5. So the SEC, whoever wins the Big Ten,
Right,
Pacific, all them. And you could have, in the Pacific, you could have 4 losses, and still, if you win that, you're a shoo-in.
If you win one of the Power 5 divisions, you're in.
So then you got to look at that. Then it goes by rankings from that point on till you hit the 12.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything can happen.
Brent Hillier said he will not return to Tennessee in safe bed. You got that right. There's no more bed. There's no more mattresses to burn. Brent. God, that was terrible. That was terrible. Then he got thrown out of, then Southern Cal fired him. They fired him on the tarmac. Wouldn't let him ride the plane back. And he blamed it on Paul Feinbaum. Told Paul Feinbaum to his face that he got him fired at Southern Cal. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? They got him. They'll love him in Ole Miss. You keep him down there, Ole Miss. You Rebels, you just love it.
He's played. They've had better seasons with him than they have with anybody. So.
Oh yeah. He's if you can stand the baggage, he can coach team. But man, he brings the baggage. All right, picture time, Pete. You guys did good this week. You guys did real good this week. Ken Smith lead it off. Look at that porterhouse steak. Now you know what side's gone, don't you? The filet mignon side.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ken, we noticed that. The filet mignon side is gone. The New York strip is still on there, but the good part's gone. You know, dummy. Billy Holland, there's the Billy cranked out the.
So that's the new smoker.
Yeah, that's the new Napoleon he got at the store the other day, and he looked like he did some offset cooking. Look at those ribs and those 2 chickens. I love it. That Napoleon, I tell you what, folks, they're gone now. That was $200 for each one.
People missed out.
You missed. That was a good one. That was a really good one.
I hope Billy was pleased with his cooks on that. I hope they turned out the way he thought they would.
Look at that, Pete.
I know they look good, but flavor, taste, and all that. I just hope he got what he wanted out of it.
Yeah, the chicken's under doggy style. And Jason Penley, our man Jason Penley down in Rock Spring, Georgia, has gotten in the drum engineering and making business. Those look pretty good, Pete. I got to tell you.
Well, there's no doubt. Anything Jason touches or works on, I mean, the thing about it is he's got passion about everything he does, and he won't do nothing halfway. I mean, I got a lot of respect for him. He's a good person, good individual, really good friend. And when he does something, he does it right. And I got a lot of respect for that.
Yeah. And then I'm losing all the respect for him right now. He's doing hot dogs on a Santa Maria. Again, this is a new picture. We had hot dogs on the Santa Maria last week, and we got them again. Those look like good dogs, Jason. Look at those chicken wings he's got over there. Jason said that those chicken wings over there were for the cooks. And I don't blame you, Jason. I love that Santa Maria he's got there. And of course, Jason made that one too. I tell you, I love hot dogs, especially on the Santa Maria. I'm with you on that, Jason. Now this is neat. Hold on a minute. Here is, remember Thomas Damon put those little salmon pictures out?
Yeah.
Now here's a different way that he did it. That's one that he's got it all. He's got the rub on it, got it all seasoned up. And that's before it was cooked. And here it is after it was cooked. And here it is That's what he cooked it on. Check that out.
So he can flip it over, I guess, and he cooks it on one way or the.
Well, no, he's got that fire in that little pan.
I see that, but
Yeah,
and
and
that
he-
thing just is connected on, and it
Yeah.
sets down. So I'm just wondering if that thing flips, or he maybe flipped it up. But I mean, it looked really good.
I don't know, but look at those. Thomas lives in West Germany, and look at those. Or I guess Germany now. There's no East West Germany. Look at those. That sidewalk.
He by far
It looks like they've been there since the 30s.
Thomas cooks more food out there, at least by the pictures, and I mean more of a variety of different things. I'd love to have a ton of his recipes on some of the stuff he does.
But I think that's a cool way to cook that.
It is.
Leaning up over there.
It's like a big wok.
Yeah, it is like a big wok. Good job, Thomas Damon. We appreciate you. Ken Smith also, he got a hold of a tri-tip. Look at that. You don't think that's good eating right there? He made sandwiches out of that, Pete.
I'll tell you, you don't see a lot of tri-tips around here. I look for them a lot. You and I cooked one on the PK, one of the best, and it turned out absolutely fabulous as well.
The Publix at Ottawa they've got them now. They're going to keep them in stock.
Well, good.
That's what Dean told me. One of the meat cutters there. They've got tri-tips, and they're going to keep pork bellies in there. So if you're looking for a tri-tip, go over to the Publix in Ottawa. They've got them there. Let's see here. We went over that one, and that is Eric Lee again, the first place chicken at the American Royal, and that's his contribution to Owl's Nest Barbecue. He's the fire dancer chicken rub,
it's fantastic. I love that stuff.
Second best selling rub in the store. That's all I got. Don't forget, please make a note on your calendar and join us on the 23rd of November. That's going to be the Sunday before Thanksgiving, or the Saturday rather before Thanksgiving. And we'll have all the stuff stocked up that you need. We'll have all the turkey brine, the bags, everything you need to make your turkey a success. And we'd like to see you in there. If you need some help with it, of course, we'll be there to help you and show you what to do if you don't know what to do. And if you know what to do and you just need to get some stuff, by golly, Pete, we're the place you need to be. A lot more stuff than your grocery stores. I promise you, you'll enjoy being in there. You got anything else?
No, that's it, Steve.
All right, man. Let's get out of here. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been the Owl's Nest Barbecue 20. No, this one is the catch-up show.
Catch up.
Yeah, and we'll see you Saturday morning at 10 o'clock right here on Facebook Live.